Hello and welcome to the dungeons. Dayman here with JJ Bonda, a man of kindness as his name implies. Today we're rocking some dungeons together. This is one of our community managers, moderators, and one of the largest YouTubers for DOE. Happy to be here with you, JJ.
Yeah, you too. I am ecstatic that you are here with me, and I've been watching tons of your videos. Huge fan, by the way, if you're not already well aware. And yeah, I mean, I've been making videos for a while. At one point, I started making videos just because there's basically nothing else available. So I am really, really happy to see you are crushing it with videos, making countless videos back to back. I think like every day is that what's going on now? Yeah, that is amazing. Really hard to do too.
Oh, yeah.
Credits too.
Thank you, yeah. And with the editing, that's one thing I've been really trying to kind of up the quality because, as you mentioned, I think you and I and just a few others are producing that content that, is available for the audience of this game. And yeah, when I first started playing, it was just basically you that I was able to find. And I was like, all right, well, because you were bringing out a few bits of information. Right, and I was learning a bit more about the weapons, and I was like, okay, I think once I got a nice knowledge base, I was like, all right, let's put some stuff out there. But
yeah,
and JJ was instrumental in my early YouTube career, which is just a few months back. But yeah, you helped me understand the settings and like how to get the viewer quality much higher. So that was huge. Awesome. So if you're enjoying the way that the videos look now, we have JJ to thank for it.
Appreciate it. Yeah, and I really do. I'm really glad to see that video quality is improved. Even when it was like portrait mode, you had great content. And so I highly recommend for everybody watching, if they haven't seen your videos beforehand, maybe go check those out if there haven't already been recreations with better quality. And so, yeah, basically all those videos, they're awesome. And yeah, I'm glad that I was able to kind of be a part in your journey. And hopefully we can continue our journey together to some extent. And I know that you have like an awesome community with Dungeons Demystified. You are a big part of the community already and building your own. And I think that's just awesome to see within Dungeons of Eternity. Really glad to
yeah,
so.
And just a note on that, kind of the building of the community. I got my origins from this game because I have a love and a passion for Dungeons & Dragons. I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons since I was a wee little one. And I've always dreamed of being able to inhabit these kind of dungeoneering worlds. And I was somewhat trying to force a D&D peg into a DOE hole with some of those earlier videos talking about how the access system works. And instead, I'm deciding to move forward with content that is going to be focusing on how to do roles in this game. But we've started a new project. This is the Escape from Eternity, a show based within the lore of this game. And I'm very excited. We have a massive interest in the community, as well as a few pretty professional individuals, voice actors, voice workers, and sound engineers. One from the Wu-Tang Clan, in fact. On Deficit, he's doing a series, yeah. He's trapped in the game, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love his videos.
Yeah, we're hoping to meet up with him today, too. We've been trying to kind of get connected for a while. I love doing narrative-based content. Maybe you've noticed this too, but when you're setting your analytics for YouTube, it's not always easy to do exactly what you love to get the most viewership. Like, I love doing character voices and narrative stuff, but people love the educational side, so I'm here to give them what they love.
Yeah, and I had a similar struggle, or at least I went through a similar thing when I started, and there's definitely videos that perform better that I may or may not love quite as much as the ones that don't perform quite as well, and so I kind of found a way to strike that balance, and I tend to go more so for what I prefer to do over what probably gets more views, and it's to each their own. And at the same time, if you're going for more views, probably helps out the community, it helps out your viewership, increases subscriber base, all that good stuff. And then if you go for less views and more exactly what you want, then you're not really burning yourself out quite as much. It might not be quite as satisfying to look at statistics, but you're enjoying the process, which I think that's like the main thing that you really got to focus on, at least what I focus on. And just, you can still strike balance, of course. Exactly. And I think you do that really well. So.
Yeah, awesome. I wanted it to be more of like an advanced player tips video, but I'm realizing most people checking out this content are new to the game, and so I've geared my content more towards beginner-friendly content, as well as kind of striking that balance, as you mentioned. I've been really enjoying doing dungeon radio, is it lets me just kind of play the game, as I almost never get to actually play the game. It's just kind of
Exactly. Yes.
So if you want to let Dayman play the game, check out Dungeon Radio. It's the only time I get to do it.
I highly recommend it. Yeah, those are fun to watch.
And JJ was the first to pick up on the pun. Dungeon Raid. Yo.
Yes, because we're doing dungeon raids. That's it. Radio. Woohoo.
And speaking of dungeon raids, what are we looking at hitting today?
Yeah, I am hoping for a tier 7 Hazard 3, if that's cool with you.
Whew, get to watch us die. Let's get it done. Yeah.
I am looking at my loadout real quick. I got Mythic Sword. I'm on the grind. I'm trying to get level 60 for the second time so I can get that Mythic Shield. And then I can have fun with that, even though it's probably the worst Mythic. I know you have your opinions. We'll discuss that too.
Oh yeah.
But
Shield Chan's growing on me. I'm a little less critical on her.
Yeah. That's awesome. But yeah, I'll probably do Mythic Sword. What I got now? Mythic Sword, Scythe, and Chrono Staff. Might as well stick with that because you got a pretty good loadout to suit that.
Yeah. Today I'm rocking the Dayman Special. This is my Fire Crits Explosion Spear. I call it Dawnbreaker. Then we have Nightman's Bane, my Ice Explosions Critical Axe, and my favorite dagger, which is Double Poison and Elites, and I call it the Pacifier.
That's awesome. That's sweet. Yeah, and the model is awesome too. I love that.
Yeah, after that Mythic update, we have some sick weapon models and how we can access.
Ooh, Vile Halls has a Hazard 3,
but
it looks like that's it.
And that is the worst hazard there can be, though. It's no revive, multiple bosses, and death. That feels like watching someone else play the game.
Hey, if you want to do it, I am totally down to die a couple times. If we die, like, let's say 2 times in a row pretty quickly, we can just go for a different dungeon and get a quick win. But
tier 7, of course.
Sweet, yeah.
I have tried so many times to get into the staff builds and kind of enjoy the magic system, but I don't know, it just doesn't tickle my fancy.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. It doesn't tickle everyone's fancy.
Now, but I was going to say the resource management of the gem system is kind of what kind of holds me back, where I prefer to have my weapons always working.
But you were saying the resource management of the staffs gets rough sometimes?
Right, as I would almost always rather have a weapon always on.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, having like a limited thing. I do love the Hazard Fireball. Or Fireball Hazard, I guess, because it just refreshes for you. And I would like even better if it was refreshing as you use it, so you don't even have to wait for it to like break first and then refresh.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really cool. But hey, maybe for the future.
Yeah, if there was like a mana bar, something that kind of like detailed. Oh, yep, there's death. I forgot. Oh, yep, got it on me.
Oh wow. Okay, well, there I go. I should have baited his swing first, but I'm dead.
Oh, that's right, you're dead until the room clears, huh?
Yep.
I'll do what I can as quickly as I can. Yeah, like I said, it's kind of a watch someone else play the game simulator when you have no res and death.
That is for sure. And this is another time that I like to mention the suggestion of having a spectator feature. It would be so nice for this specific scenario to just fly around as a ghost or something, or even see like your perspective floating above you. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I got a guy stuck in a gate over here.
Uh-oh. Death is coming for you. It's gonna come straight through that wall. Watch out.
Yeah. Woo boy. It's kind of insane that he counts as a permadeath in these no-res dungeons.
Yeah, it is crazy.
This guy's trying to lure me into the other room. I won't have it.
I believe in you. I do love the challenge. Oh, there we go. Good stuff. I am back. Now we just have to not also, again, get killed by death.
I would almost prefer not to pull the lever.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, no. Oh,
yeah.
no.
Oh, wait, does that mean...
Now it's your turn.
Oh, no, I have to clear the next room.
Yeah.
That's rough. I'm going to get chomped on. No, I'm not.
Wait. Oh.
I'm very likely dead. I wonder if... Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, rough stuff.
Yeah. I think we anticipated that one, though.
Well, next time I will not die to death immediately, and let me actually go create 3 invisibility potions because I used my single one.
Okay. Well, I'm okay with the more challenging dungeon. It's just that particular grouping of hazards is what I believe to be the worst pairing of hazards, in my opinion. I think I even mentioned that in my video.
I think you did, yes. Boss battle, no revive, and death encounter. I think no potions would probably be harder instead of I don't know which one it would replace though, but we'll see.
Our tail. Okay, let's go. Whew.
Okay, yes, yeah, as you were saying, death will be right out this door. Before we go through the door, I think I heard you mention in one of your videos that you are a seated player. You want to talk about that for a bit?
Yeah. So I prefer sitting down for two reasons only. The first is that I like the kind of swivel chair action and be able to kind of like quickly turn around. Well, it's actually three reasons. I broke my lamp. I punched two lamps. My wife put me in chair jail. And
that's hilarious.
My day job is a fitness coach and kickboxing instructor, and the Muay Thai guys do a number on my legs. So anytime I don't have to stand up is nice.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, I do enjoy sitting down, and I occasionally do sit down, but I've got a VR mat, so I can like put that mat in a specific spot and then just like know where my feet are and not punch things as long as my mat is in the right spot. And then my day job is IT, so I don't do much physical activity, so I can do my video games for physical activity instead. So nice. Yeah, but that is totally fair. All right, you ready to not die to death? Okay.
Ooh, got invis.
Give me the invis. There we go. Oof.
Yeah, it appears it takes about. I think it takes something like 1.5 to 2 seconds. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you have to be standing still, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have brought mythic weapons for this kind of challenge.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't bring a single mythic? Oh no, you got.
I have my shield. She stays on my person in all my fights. Like I said, she's kind of won me over. We mentioned kind of talking about the shield a little bit. And yeah, I think I was initially disappointed because I was told before I got the weapon that it was kind of. I'm slowed too. I was slowed.
Oh no.
That is rough. Now I can kind of focus on the chat.
Okay. Wow. I tried to like go close enough to bait him out and then back up, but no, I didn't do it in time. Oh well.
The universe decided to be kind to us and not give us another tier 3.
That's okay. I wasn't planning to do a tier 3 again anyway. Or sorry, hazard 3. Do underworld only swarms. How's that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we get lost souls in that one as far as one of the additional swarms beyond bats and spiders, which I've been curious as to whether or not Sonic Veil protects you from lost souls.
Good point. Yeah, I don't know.
If it does, it might be kind of worth it. It seems like the lost souls only target you once they kind of see you. And bats might be similar, so I don't know. I'll have to do some more experimenting on that.
So, yeah, for those that are not aware, the Sonic Veil Exo perk is basically slows down bats. It says that it slows down bats. We're not sure if it also slows down other flying critters or not. I'm guessing it doesn't, but that's something to test.
Yeah, and because if it's only affecting bats, then it's never worth your time perk, in my opinion.
Ooh, yeah, coin. Agreed.
You got the luck.
Oh shoot! I took the room coin. We forgot to celebrate it. At least I did.
Yeah, that kind of in community meme was hilarious. Gene started that. So if you are not on the Discord, I recommend checking it out. There's lots of funny things that kind of occur and great info as well. Yeah, when I was first told about the Discord, someone was like, "You're a content creator and you're not on the Discord?" They were astonished. So I actually run Arachnophobia on my account. I'm not at all afraid of spiders. It's just that I think that they're easier to hit when... Oh, hello.
Oh no. You got surrounded.
Maybe I should be afraid of spiders.
But yes, like you were saying, they're easier to hit with the Arachnophobia hitbox. Well, model, I guess.
Yeah, because they appear... my initial thought was that they were a bigger hitbox. But what I discovered is they just encompass the entirety of their hitbox.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is something that you would not intuitively think or assume. So yeah, that is good to know. I did not know that until your video that explained that. So I stick with the spiders because I do like seeing the spider model. It is just so cool. But it is, if you want to be efficient and you want to know the exact model that you're trying to hit, you go Arachnophobia mode. And there's also people that complain that it's like silly that there even is an Arachnophobia mode because it's like a scary dungeon crawler. You should just like not be afraid of spiders or something. But there's like an actual practical use on top of not being afraid or being afraid of spiders. So
yeah, in my D&D campaign, I have a player who has Arachnophobia, and to the extent that even if I mention that there's a spider, that is kind of a no-fly zone for them. So I've kind of I realized that it truly does. Oh, those are heat-seeking missiles, huh? Those
Oh boy.
I typically don't talk as much in my dungeons.
It is hard, especially in tier 7. We don't have to have full-on conversations when we're battling bosses, but we can try.
Yeah. In fact, that's why I started doing voiceover work in my videos, so that I can kind of focus on a fight and then let the... Because I was also kind of stuttering a lot and not really getting out my points.
Yeah, it is very hard to get out your points in high difficulty dungeons, and even just normal dungeons when you're focusing on something. It's tough to do.
Pacifier doing its work.
Yes. Oh boy, that does so much damage.
Yeah, that's what took me out last time. Oh! Nice. Okay. Yeah, you put the hands on him.
Oh man, I just used all of my health potions in that one room. Oh well. And next time I gotta so I've been getting used to doing solos and drinking the potions just to make sure I get I actually activate them instead of smashing them. But then when I do multiplayer, I forget I gotta smash them so other people can use them.
Yeah. So here's something pretty cool that I learned with potions. A good friend of mine that I play with, Durstwolf, he marks dungeon rooms based off of where you've been and where you're going. So for example, if you're not running staffs, he'll take a power gem or a small health potion and then mark a door so you know that you've been through it before.
Oh yeah, I'm running chrono staff too. I forgot to even use that. But yes, good point. Yeah, I think that might have originally came from Silver Tongue Devil. Yeah, one of his tips and tricks video. Watch out behind you. You got a bad. It's so hard to get them guys. Oh no.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep up with a lot of Silver Tongue's content. He's really putting out some excellent stuff. The work he did on EXP yield is amazing.
I agree. It is awesome. And yeah, I think he was one of the first tips and tricks guys. Behind you further than that. Nice bad.
Yeah, he was the first that I had seen. Now this is just me personally, and I might eventually have to get over it, but I am morally object to shorts videos.
Same, I agree. I've made some, but I generally morally object to. Yeah,
I don't know. Mostly because I have seen the way it's affected the minds of children, and
yes.
it is
and adults. You can't forget adults. yes, but mainly children. Yes,
and I guess it makes me a little sad. Not to say that it's an evil thing to make shorts. In fact, it's one of the best ways to get concise information. But I don't know. I worry about the future of entertainment with that being the case.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, I personally prefer long form content too, so that's why I try to make more long form than shorts. And yeah, I mean, just being able to hear people talk out their reasoning and watch something that actually goes in depth on explaining something as opposed to just a quick little snippet. But there definitely are the uses for shorts. I just think those uses have become exploited in a sense. So yeah, I'm there with you. I got a key.
Nice, got one on the shelf here. What's funny is I say that, and yet I've made my most recent Mythic video content all within a shorts. They're slightly longer than shorts are allowed to be, but yeah, they're 2 to 5 minutes long, 3 to 5 minutes long.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of the problem of shorts is just the ease of scrolling through things and just the format that it's made in. And so when you make a long form content, YouTube pushes it differently than it does shorts. And so I don't think it adds to the problem quite as much. But yeah, at this point, it's not really something that we can solve individually as content creators. It's something that whole governments and whole industries would have to get together and be guys, we're going to work on this and we're going to actually do something about it, which I don't see happening anytime soon, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I studied a little bit of film in college, and I enjoy making content, though I feel as though the future of media is going towards a slightly more digestible format than something that would be, maybe more challenging to the audience, which I think is a good thing. Now,
yeah.
YouTube actually is maybe we should check out that back. Oh wait, it looks like this is the way forward. It might be another room.
Sure. Yeah.
I think YouTube I've kind of been following their, what their future looks like. And they discussed that they are trying to compete with Netflix effectively.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
And
which I think is a good thing.
Yeah. And kind of moving towards streaming content. Ooh, Chestrum, I love this from too. I think that's part of why I'm creating the Escape from Eternity show. Not only to kind of broaden the our audience of people who can play this game, because not everyone's interested in mechanics. Some people might just be interested in the lore or the way the game looks. And I'm hoping that YouTube kind of will see that is show quality and promote it during their their next escapade. So yeah, just trying to stay on top of trends, I guess. Silly as it sounds.
No, it makes sense. And yeah, I mean, I think that at some point shorts will probably be less relevant because not only because of what you're saying, but also because I think there is a push in the industry and just in the world for, I don't think it's huge yet, but viewing things just through VR and basically the Apple Vision Pro and the new headsets that are coming out that are focused on, like Android XR, focused on streaming flat screen or like watching flat screen things on it. There's really no point to do shorts there when you can just get like a bigger view in front of your face. So yeah, I think that will probably help. But again, can't predict the future, so I don't know.
Yeah, I do think that the future of entertainment is going to be AR more so than VR, augmented reality. I mean, the Vegas Dome, something Cameron, sorry. He's going to be developing, so looks like we chose the right way.
James Cameron, yeah,
he's working the next Avatar movie in AR. I think it's actually VR fully, but I think that AR is going to be where most future entertainment is going to be.
Yeah, I think long term probably, but I think like the way people think of AR is glasses. And by the way, most of the knowledge I have in this space comes from Upload VR. Not sure if you're familiar, but it's like a really reputable. It's basically news VR source, and I tend to go to them for a lot of things, but their general consensus is that the near-term AR is actually just going to be passed through VR, because the pass-through is going to get so good to the point where you can't really tell like the difference between actually looking through your eyes and looking through a screen, and that is progressing faster than true augmented reality is, where you can look through a virtual screen, or not even a screen, but just like look through glasses with like a screen or like optics on top of it. Bird bath optics, I think, is usually the term used.
That's really interesting. Yeah, I hadn't considered that. They would kind of be combined into a more streamlined format with the pass-through being just stronger or more efficient. Huh. Ooh. Yeah,
it is a tough room.
Very excited for the future of entertainment, assuming we kind of move towards more engaged elements of entertainment, such as, being a part of a scene. In my opinion, it's very Fahrenheit 451.
Yes.
Bossy boy. Got a quad on me? Oh, I don't have a quad. I thought that was I saw a health potion. Oh, sorry, ice potion. I am mildly colorblind, so potions aren't the easiest thing to identify.
Yeah, that is rough.
Oh, come on, Pacifier, let's do your thing. Nice.
I do love that.
Nice, disable some of attacks. Oh, yeah, I believe it was Chicken Sink who determined that you can still poison this guy from behind.
Yeah, and I think you can also use fire. Ooh, fire. Not good. Oh, no. Oh, wait. What? Don't we lose the mission from that?
No. Actually, get a health potion, though. Oh, there he is.
Okay, yeah, no, let me just go invisible.
He's still yoinking you. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, not worth that risk. I don't even have any more health potions, so there we go. Let me just finish him off here. Oof. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure, so have you tested shooting skeleton bosses with fire arrows, for example, not in the face and hurting them?
It does look like radius damage can affect them, assuming that it is reaching their face. Because I can usually get my explosions or fire to proc off the back of his neck, but I'm not getting full damage off of that, because weapon damage doesn't really go past damage resistance. Which, this is something that I'm... Okay, I used to think that the unblockable longsword was like the primo perk. But it doesn't make your weapon unblockable. I think that's a kind of a misnomer there. It simply just gets past damage resistance of armored enemies, and for that, I don't know. I think it's fallen off the favor, in my opinion.
Yeah, I am the same way. Yeah, and I learned that from you as well. But yeah, that's definitely a good point.
Again, I'm a bit of a power gamer, meaning I don't play this game for fun the way that most people do. So I think that it's some of my opinions kind of get to a point where those who are here for fun might not always agree with my takes.
Right.
Oh, by the way, I try to never fight on the stairs in this room. I always die whenever I do. I don't know what it is.
That's fair. Yeah, for the throwing, I definitely know that throwing is screwed up on stairs, so that's part of it for me. But I try to just go to the very top to get the ground or like the height advantage, being able to see everything a little bit easier. But it is risky just to go up the stairs in the first place.
Oh, nice. We found my ex.
Nice. Why is that your ex?
Oh,
because she's dead.
Oh. I was not expecting it to go that dark. That's good. All right, we got room key.
Sweet.
No, my ex was quite the same. That's a joke.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I'm full on potions. Do you have any extra space for this health potion?
I'm full up, but we can hold on to it.
Sure.
Plop it on. Yeah, I picked up a few times in our session here where the voice is kind of crackly, and I've noticed that. yeah. So hopefully our viewers can forgive us for that.
Yep. Hopefully.
But yeah, as far as the future of YouTube goes, I'm very excited to be kind of the genre of Escape from Eternity is machinima, which is kind of like Red versus Blue, or there's a few other series that have gotten somewhat popular. Are you familiar with Red versus Blue?
I have not. That's just like a general, I guess, topic or type of thing, not specifically Dungeons of Eternity or D&D, or is it specifically D&D?
No, it's based in the Halo universe. It was a show that was eventually like a web series of kind of early YouTube of people who were, just playing characters inside of the Halo engine. And got you. Thank you. It ended up blowing up, and it's more of a comedy-based thing. So I think comedy is kind of a universal language. But yeah, it was just a show based in the video games, which was quite interesting. And it got so popular that it was even on Netflix for a short time, if I'm not mistaken.
Cool.
So that's what's kind of encouraged me to make this Escape from Eternity show, as machinima has proven itself to be a marketable way of, again, I'm going to need more permission from the developers if I were to ever do something beyond YouTube with it, but yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. I think it definitely has potential to go beyond YouTube. And I do hope that, well, I kind of plan on making D&D more of a thing, or even like Red versus Blue, or whatever, like things that you are looking towards, community type activities. That could definitely be like an official Discord thing, even before becoming some sort of official game mode or game sort of something, becoming like truly integrated into the game.
Oh yeah, I really love D&D, and I think that it does a lot of what is very fun about D&D. And I know there was a few people who were seeking more of a role-play style, like free play, where I went a little bit more directorial scripted with my content, which was a bit of a turn-off for some people, which I totally understood. And like, there was no pressure for anyone. It's just that, I'm tying it to my brand, and therefore I have to be honest with what I want from it. Yep. And, but if we were to have maybe like kind of guilds that were more roleplay based, that would be a great place for people to kind of like coalesce that idea.
And you're talking about guilds in game that are more roleplay based, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because as you might be aware, and a decent chunk of the audience, we do have guilds, just Discord exclusive guilds, and they're not like officially in the game. There's just a Discord guilds channel where you find your guilds, and then you can go be in your guilds, and it's basically just a way to find groups. And there's some guilds that do challenges and tournaments and stuff like that, so it is a fun thing to be a part of. But yeah, if it was integrated in the game and there truly was like a guild roleplay type thing, that would be pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, and maybe you can confirm or deny this. I've heard that there is some rumors about the developers working towards a tavern-like thing where more than 4 players can kind of convene and have a bit of a I think that this is main. I think that would be great for the community, for people seeking, hey, I'm looking for exos, or I'm looking to do souls missions, or just kind of align your goals in a dungeon.
Yeah, and I can confirm that is, I can't say if it's being worked on or not, and I truly don't even know, but that is something that they're interested in. And one of the videos, I could probably link into this video to that video, but one of the dev videos that I've done, QuakerX did confirm that is something that he is very interested in. And I do forget, like maybe it is something that he confirmed that they're working on actively. We don't know exactly what it'll look like. He actually asked for recommendations in that video, and since then there's been a couple Discord recommendations on top of just people coming to him, or like recommendations on YouTube, whatever else. But yeah, no, I think that's a very exciting potential, and I think it's probably something that would just be a bigger outpost. And like, I imagine it as you go through that gate, like near the table, whatever the table is called, I always forget. But the circle table, there's that big gate behind it, where sometimes there's videos with like the tutorials of like what the quests are. There's that big gate. And I was thinking, if you go in that big gate, you go into a mega lobby or tavern or whatever it ends up being called. And I think 8 would probably be the max to start, but I think they're trying to push that too. Maybe it'll be 12, maybe it'll be more somehow. Likely without enemies, probably with little mini games. But again, it's something that we don't know for sure. And I would actually say, like, go in the comments right now if you're watching this video and suggest, please, and go in the Discord as well, like do all those things. So
yeah. I mean, I have a few suggestions on it, and this is coming from just my perspective, and that's that as much as I love the fantasy setting this provides, it has an underdeveloped sci-fi theme that I think could be explored in maybe like a sci-fi alien cantina. Like maybe there's some kind of port that explorers go to before like Nova Guild members go to, like, military bar, so to speak. Oh, it's a lock-in room, I got sucked in.
Okay, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be really awesome. I would like to see them lean into the sci-fi a little bit more. But I have my hesitations in the leaning into sci-fi. Oh boy. Just because I don't want it to be too, to make this game too complicated, because a lot of the like amazingness that comes from this game is from the simplicity of it. But yeah, if it's just like cosmetic or like how the place looks, then that would just be awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's kind of more so what I'm thinking. That it would be a cosmetic environment where you can kind of go from this dungeon environment to being in a kind of a spaceport environment. Only because the promise of it being a sci-fi fantasy is, as I mentioned, a little underdeveloped beyond just a few things in the Outpost.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh boy.
Sweet. But yeah, so you were thinking like a launch pad, or like what other sci-fi type ideas do you have?
Oh, I mean, I was thinking very like Star Wars Cantina. There's though, as far as like what could be done, I think it'd be interesting to lean into the mini games, as you kind of mentioned. One of my favorite things to do is I take power gyms and various mugs, and I play gym pong. I think I only did it in one video, but oh, here's room key. Nice. Oh, room coin. Nope, room key.
Coin. Oh, I already got a key, so I guess there's 2 in this one.
Oh yeah, well, as far as something fun scavenger hunt for the community on the Discord, I haven't yet compiled it, but doing a key-based hunt where, hey, here's this room, what are all the keys in that room, and everyone can just kind of post what keys they're finding to kind of create a database of where to locate keys. That was not the most important thing. I was trying to make it a video, and I realized after like 3 weeks of doing it, I'm like, I haven't even scratched the surface.
Yes, yeah, I've done that with similar videos where I start and I'm like, oh, this would be awesome to make, and then after like sinking ungodly amounts of time into it, I just end up giving up and saying like, yeah, someone else will do this, or maybe I'll just like gather it and do it later, or something like that. Because yeah, there are some videos that would just take so long to do by yourself. But yeah, no, that would be very cool if you could collect it from the community.
Yeah, and there's to that idea too. It's also important. His boss room, nice. It's a good boss room too.
Oh, sweet. Nice. Yeah.
Having a sense of direction or personality to your site, to your page, anyways, for YouTube. I recently had a video listed that I took down. I think before it was actually put up, just because it went against the brand that I'm trying to develop on my page, and I don't think it was. Basically, a few people in the comments were like, "Hey, can you stop saying baby and change the tone of your voice to be more normal?" Which yeah. I mean, that's fair. I was doing it just to have fun, and it was part of the Halloween special too. Kind of like, hey, I'm trapped in this game, lose my personality, kind of thing.
Right.
But at the same time, I realized I can just make that adjustment without having to make a video about it, and therefore I can just keep the channel about what the channel is about, and kind of let the content speak for itself.
Fair. Yeah. And you have like a channel. I mean, your channel isn't your actual like gamer name. It's not Dayman. It's Dungeons Demystified. And so I guess you kind of lean into the whole. It's like more of a community, and it's not so much of a personal channel, but more of like you're doing this for the community, for the game, that type of thing. Did you ever watch Life on Eternity, that channel?
Yes, I've seen a few videos. I haven't watched too much, but I have seen like 3 videos.
Okay, yeah, because he did a similar thing. His in-game name was Mythic Marvel, or Mythic? I think it was Mythic Marvel. But yeah, whatever it was, he was Life on Eternity on YouTube, and it was like a similar concept of like doing it for the community, and it was like a name that's more broad, not his personal gamer name. And you guys have some similar content. There's tips and tricks kind of stuff that he did. He's long gone, by the way. He just ended, not dead, but he just ended up not playing the game anymore and pursuing other interests. Unfortunately, he was awesome. But yeah, no, it's interesting to see like how that's evolved, and now we have Dungeons Demystified, which is awesome to see. And I also like I compare the two channels, but then it's funny too because Life on Eternity or Mystic Marvel, he was so similar to Gene in like his super enthusiasm. And I don't know if you've watched too many of his videos, but yeah, it's like if you watch a decent amount of his stuff and you communicate with Gene a decent amount, then you're like, oh my gosh, is this the same person? It's pretty funny. But,
it's Gene's alter ego.
Yeah, right. That would be funny. Yeah, he quit, quote unquote, but he's actually right here. Actually, though, it's funny because oh my gosh, this could be a whole conspiracy theory. They never played the game together. Gene didn't play when Mystic Marvel was there, and then yeah, when Marvel left, then Gene came. So hey,
you know what? I think we might have cracked it.
Cracked the code. Oh, and by the way, back to that quick thing. Well, it's not a quick thing because it could go on forever, but you mentioned Star Wars, leaning into that a little bit. In the dev videos, Quaker X is always mentioned, not always, but a lot of times he's mentioning Lord of the Rings, and there's so many similarities in the dungeons, and I think like weapons and well, definitely weapons. There are just a ton of similarities between this game and Lord of the Rings, and so yeah, seeing a little bit more of Star Wars in there too would be pretty cool. And I doubt they'll ever do like an actual partnership with any of those IPs, but yeah, kind of just like leaning into it and having their IP unique stuff, but still something that's familiar to the audience would be pretty awesome to see.
Well, right. I mean, especially with the Nova Guild armor having the T-visors, very relevant during Mandalorian.
Yeah,
it made me feel as though, and okay, my thought on the mythic weapons when they were still kind of being teased out, I thought, oh, are these going to be like technological weapons? This is like when they were very first rumored.
Yeah.
But I like that with their name even, they kind of more so implied it to be ancient weapons. But I thought it was very cool that they kind of have a technological feeling, like shooting energy beams, shooting, I mean, the mythic spears, like, I think my very first impression is, it's a gun! It's a gun! But
yes.
No, I think that they've struck a nice balance between the two. And the fact that it is a Forsaken planet and technology doesn't work against the undead here, it would make sense that there's not a lot of technology, but give me a gun. I don't know. I'm alone in that one, but no one else wants guns.
That's not true. I would say the majority of people don't want guns, but there are definitely some people who want guns. I can see both sides. I generally lean towards the whole don't add guns to this game because it's like one of the very few VR games that doesn't have guns, and there's already a reload crossbow. But I could see something like an energy beam, like as long as it's not an immediate projectile. Like I'm not a big fan of projectiles that just are instantly there. Guns in game, I mean that's basically a gun. But like I would say if there was a gun added, make it so that it does have some sort of travel time or arc or some like interesting mechanic that doesn't make it like overpowered and the obvious choice over other things. I know a lot of people have mentioned like muskets where like you would have to do like a manual reload of say a power gem or something like that. That could be kind of cool. And I could be convinced of that. I don't know if the devs could be convinced of that or if the community as a whole could be convinced of that. That's a whole nother discussion, but it's an interesting topic for sure.
No, okay, so I think that mechanically, as far as the game is concerned, I don't really want guns, but based off the lore of the game, we are space explorers who probably at some point in our world's history of Legana discovered black powder or a way of creating, combustion-based projectiles. And by the lore, technology doesn't work on the undead, but a bullet would. So for me, it's the lore logic. Like, what's stopping us from, like, maybe you can't bring guns in space? I don't know. For me, it's like, there's no logical explanation why we're not using, like, more primitive high-tech technology. So for me, it's like I would need there to be a deeper explanation in the lore for me to like get off of it. But mechanically, I agree that I actually do appreciate this as a hack and slash. But with the sci-fi environment, I think it calls for it unless there's another reason.
Yeah, that's fair. And I mean, I would argue there that a bullet is still technology. It's not like what we think of when we say technology, but at some point it was a technological innovation. So hey, there's that. But if you're going down that logical rabbit hole, then you could say that any weapon is technology. So I don't know. But I could see some sort of lore. I don't think that the devs really want to go super far down the lore rabbit hole. In fact, I think leaving that up to the community for the most part is probably what they'll do, at least for a while. And maybe like long term, that could be a thing that they work on, or maybe even partner with people that work on that. I don't know. But yeah, no, it's definitely like, I could imagine some sort of lore similar to what we have now, but just a little bit more in depth of like, hey, for whatever reason, projectiles are just, or like immediate projectiles just don't work because of some sort of unknown physics to the real world. Like, there you go. That's your lore.
I think, and again, what I've convinced myself of is that Legana had a peaceful past and never had the need to develop combustion-based projectiles, and they were mostly focused on traveling the stars and peaceful explorations, very Star Trek. As opposed to Star Wars. So that's been my like, okay, if there's not guns, there has to be a reason. So that's kind of what I do.
I like that reasoning too. Yeah, actually more than my made-up reasoning. But hey,
the gravity doesn't work.
Yeah. Oh man. You ready to kill some bosses here? See if we can actually finish the dungeon?
That's right. Ain't no hazard, so I guess it's swamp. So yeah, I'm definitely ready.
Made it to the very end. Let's not jinx it. Might have just done it. Let's see.
Knocking on wood.
Yup. I'm going to be ready to actually take out my Chrono Staff this time if needed.
Nightman's Bane was begging for it. I haven't really used it at all this whole fight. The moment I used it, I got an ice off of
it. Nice. And that's your axe, right?
Yeah. I typically don't use ice until the boss room just because I wouldn't say it's cheating by any means. It's felt based in the game. It's just very powerful, almost too powerful.
It is, yeah.
I'd like to see that change though. Like maybe it does a percentage of damage once they're destroyed, but or like a set amount of damage once they're destroyed?
Yeah, I'm not like I don't have a super strong opinion one way or the other there. Just because I do argue that fire can do better in a good amount of circumstances than ice, but when it comes to poison, that specifically, I think that like fire and ice are obviously better, and poison does have its uses, but it's still just like nowhere close to the uses of fire and ice. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have, as you kind of notice, I keep a very diverse loadout. I have ice, fire, and poison for the purposes of kind of having a tool for every job. And after getting such a powerful spear, I mean, this thing, Pinocchio, he calls it a god drop because it has 129 damage with the ideal perks, which I think it's right around that range that you stop seeing 2 perks anyways. Like at least the 130 range.
Right. Yeah, no, that is a good point. And I mean, I also, one of my favorite loadouts was, I did a video on it. It was like I think poison dagger, ice sword, and fire. No, ice shield and fire sword. And so it had all the elements and like all the different, well, not all of the different types of weapons, but like a good variety of weapons. And this was before Juggernaut was a thing. So like you couldn't even have more weapons than that, but it was, yeah, I do like having multiple elements like that. Oh no, dayman, you're inside of him. I can't even hit you.
Being inside a Doomer? Never. Oh yeah. That was a huge hit. That thing got melted.
Yes, he did. Yeah, when he just gets like tired from his run and you go up on his back and just like smack it a couple times, you just melt through his health. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I still like that like the Doomer is the more basic variety. Oh no. It's more basic variety of the bosses. The only challenge he's ever provided is when he does his when he releases Lost Souls, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Is typically an underworld biome specific thing.
Yeah, I agree. Those, and actually, no, I think it's a Lava Forge specific, not underworld, because we didn't see any in here. I think it's
fair point. Yeah.
The outpost.
95, nice.
Good stuff. To the outpost.
Yeah, that fireball emote is just so cool.
I agree. Yeah, actually, I didn't even see what emote you have. Were you also running the fireball?
Oh no, I just picked my nose.
Okay. Very fitting. You get the boogies same color as your beard.
Yes, that's why it's so green. Yeah, I speaking of kind of like roleplay elements of the game, that's why I play a goblin. It's one of my, I don't know, I've always enjoyed goblins as a concept. You know, dangerous cowards. I mean, it seems an oxymoron, but
yeah, but it's a thing. And I do think that like goblins are one of the most requested, at least enemies. And then also, if we could look like goblins and we could like actually change our race in the game to be a goblin or be I mean, we can already be skeletons and zombies, so I guess we can already kind of do that. But I think one of the recent dev discussions, QuakerX did mention that it would be really cool, and I think they've like maybe not worked on it, but they've definitely considered adding some sort of like actual changes, not just to the skin of being a skeleton or being a zombie, but also like different sizes and different shapes. I think that could be cool. I think that would add a lot of difficulties and technical challenges, but I don't know. I could see that happening sometime, and goblins are definitely something that would be really fun to see in this game. So.
Yeah, well, it's you know, you play this game too much when it's literally in your dreams. In my dream last night, don't mind talking about my dream, but in my dream last night, I had I was in the character avatar thing, and there was a sliding scale for changing your height. I'm like, oh, they finally did it. So maybe it's a premonition.
That's funny. All right, give me 1 second. My wife is calling. We'll probably edit this out, but who knows? Okay. Yeah, can we pause the recording and get right back to it real quick?
Sure thing. Should I pause
probably
the recording?
Yeah, probably pause the recording.
All right, welcome back. Whew, that was a fun dungeon. We got through it, talked about a lot.
Heck yeah.
Things you want to discuss, JJ?
Yes, I do have a couple questions. We covered a lot, and there's definitely stuff more that we can cover in the future, more videos, whether it's more focused stuff or just like this general conversation based stuff that we have. But before I let you go, I do want to ask, you did mention Dungeons of Eternity was kind of your entry into Dungeons and Dragons was the entry into Dungeons of Eternity, but did you have a specific game that got you into VR? What was your VR entry point?
Okay, so I'm also a comic book fan. Been reading comic books forever and manga, and the Batman Arkham series. It was a phenomenal series, and after playing through all of them, I saw that there was going to be a VR exclusive game. And I thought, well, hey, that's something that, I've always been kind of interested in VR. And so that kind of pushed me to that, kind of nudged me that way. But I waited until there was a few AAA games that were released because I was like, I don't want to just be playing like, demo feeling games. And
Yeah.
after the Quest 3 came out, I was an early adopter. I checked it out, and for a while, there really wasn't a lot other than like Asgard's Wrath and the Batman Arkham game. And then I was looking into running Dungeons and Dragons in VR, as I was at the time a professional DM, so I would run games professionally, and I thought, oh, this would be such a great tool to have people play the game in. And after exploring a few tools, I ended up finding this game in my suggestions, and from there, there wasn't any looking back. It took my heart immediately. This was almost everything I ever dreamed of as a kid. So, and
Wow, that's awesome.
I also never had any aspirations of being a YouTuber either. That was never on my radar, and until, as we mentioned, like the content was fairly narrow. It was really just you and like Silver Tongue and a few others. And so I ended up picking up a lot of info, and I'm like, you know what? I'll be the guy, and
Yes.
and since then I've seen the YouTube communities blow up too, which is awesome. So
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm glad I could get that lore out of you because I've been waiting. I don't know if you were planning on making a video for like your personal entry to VR or not, but yeah, just being able to hear that from you, that is awesome. And I'm sure there's people out there that are curious as well. So hopefully that satisfies their desire as well.
yeah, who is Dayman really? Yeah, I haven't done too many foyers into my own personal life, and as I've tried to separate the channel from my own personal life simply because it's a nice way of, not letting the comments hurt my feelings so much. Also,
fair. That's
part of
fair.
why I use characters in my channel as well. Though, by the way, if you are curious about what Dayman looks like, if I reach 600 subscribers, I will do a face reveal. So, hey, let's put that out there now.
Let's go. Yeah, I saw that. I'm excited for that. I don't want to force you to reveal your face, but hey, if you're going to do it, if that's your plan, sweet.
Yeah, you gotta reward the community for their engagement somehow, and that's
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will do that. So if you're on JJ's channel, you haven't checked out my channel. If you have checked it out and haven't subscribed, there's a little Easter egg for you there. So I look forward to seeing you in the comments and see that subscriber number tick up. Anything helps.
Heck yeah. That's awesome. Well, I'm sure I could come up with millions more questions for you, but I'll leave it for that for another time. So yeah, we can close it out unless you got something else.
No, I think we covered so much in the dungeons. I mean,
Yes, we did.
and a little bit off camera too, kind of like got to know each other a bit more, as this is one of the first times that JJ and I have had the chance to, be, I was going to say in person, but in the photon.
First in person. This is basically in person. Just call it in person. It's our first time meeting in person.
Yeah. So it was great. And with that, we can, thank you for joining us in the dungeons today. JJ and Dayman signing out. Remember to disinfect your face mask, and I changed up the line on him this time.
Forgot it again. Hey, you got to coach me through it here. Disinfect your face mask and wash your face.
My man. That's right. That's life advice, baby.
Let's go. Woo-hoo. See ya.